Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. It is Jen with Hominess Plans and I am back with another long overdue memory spread. I have had this spread done for so long. I shared it back on my Instagram. Oh my gosh, I want to say at the end of September. I know we are almost into January of 2024. I won't even try and tell you guys the whole same excuse of, oh, life has just been busy. I think at this point you guys get it. And I appreciate your patience with me if you guys are still here. I had every intention of doing Planmas every single day in December to try and get caught up in my planner. And life just had different life plans for me. So here we are. I still have the holiday intro going because that was my intention and I put a lot of work into it. So here we are. Anyways, this plan with me, this is the spread from September 4th to September 10th, and I'm using this stunner of a kit from Papertrailplans called Fireflies, and this is probably, I won't say it's my favorite spread of the year because there are some spreads that I've done since the spread where I'm just like, okay. But this was definitely the spread that opened up a whole new door for me. This was the spread that started my realization for my love of freeform memory planning. I think for the past several years, I've been in this community for several years now, and I put a lot of pressure on myself to try and quote unquote keep up with trends and, change with the trends and everything. And I've just found that I really enjoy doing what makes me happy. I fell in love with doing horizontal sidebars this year, and I did so many horizontal sidebars start in this planner. And I remember thinking to myself this past year, okay, well, I did a horizontal sidebar last week. Let me do a different one. Let me do another sidebar this week. And I wouldn't end up liking the spread as much as if I would have done just a horizontal sidebar. And I don't know, this spread kind of opened my eyes to, just lay your stickers down the way that you want to lay your stickers down and let go. I tried some new things in this spread that really pushed me outside of my comfort zone, this self-created comfort box that I had made for myself. This was the first spread where I played around with formatting my full boxes differently. I mean, for so long I had done the same exact thing with the layout of my full boxes, and because of this spread, because of this kit, I had so much to work with. And also I was massively inspired by Tay of Shantae Plans when I saw her spread, and just how creative she always is. I was like, okay, I want to try and push myself. So I threw on some of my favorite shows and I just went to town. I also kind of let go of the whole idea that I had to mark down multiple different highlights from each day, because when you do these different creative layouts, when you format your boxes differently, you don't really have that much space in your columns. And I remember, especially on Tuesday of this spread, I think I only had 3 things that I wrote down. And back in the day, that would have just driven me nuts. I've been no, you have space for 6 things to write down. I used to space out, okay, there's room for 6 things for you to write down in each day if you do it this way. And it's just that became such a chore for me. And I just have gotten to the point where I love being creative with my layouts. I have a functional planner and a highlights journal for a reason. So if I want to look back on what all I did that day, I can look back on that. This is truly just for me to play around with my stickers and flex my creative muscles. And I had so much fun with this spread, and I give all of the credit to, first of all, Susie and Jess for their design. And also, again, I praise her name all the time, but I've got to give as always, I got to give a shout out to Tay of Shantae Plans, because I don't know if she helped come up with this, or maybe it was Jenny and her plans. I know someone in the community helped come up with the design of this kit, and I've got to give a shout out to whoever that was because you truly, like, this was one of my favorite kits to plan with, I think, ever. I loved how many options I had. I loved all of the add-ons. I had so much fun playing around with the layout of my full boxes. I lined my full boxes with some of the foiled details that came with the foiled add-ons. Of course, because I'm a crazy person, I purchased multiple foiled add-ons that came with this kit, but it was so great because I only had to pull from this kit. Like, I sat down, I had my stickers, I had my kit, and it was just like, I went. It was like I was on a roll from the second I sat down with my stickers, and that doesn't happen a lot. And I was so, so happy. I did a bunch of layering with my alcohol ink swatches that I hadn't done before. Like, I pulled in so much of the large journaling deco. And honestly, it just like, this spread opened up a whole new door for me in terms of how I do my memory planning. And even though my planning is a little bit sporadic now, it gave me that freedom and that like sense of fun. Like, I put myself on such a stringent schedule of like, I have to upload it this time. I have to plan it this time. I have to make sure my spread is in at this time. I have to have this edited. And it's like this year, and I feel like it was this way for a lot of people, but this year it was kind of like, hey, planning is fun. This is a hobby. It's not a job. And the second it does become a job and that fun goes away, it's like that's when the creativity leaves. Like, there are some spreads in my planner from this year that I'm going to be honest, I am so not happy with because I was sticking to a schedule that I created for myself and trying to keep up and trying to stay on top of my edits and uploads, and that it can put a lot of stress on you, and planning should not be stressful. It should be fun. But anyways, I'm rambling. I'm already into the day today. If you have any questions about any of the stickers that I used, feel free to leave it in the comments below. I will say the majority of it, if not all of it, like 99% of what I used in the base of this spread came with this kit because I bought 5 million add-ons for it. And I'm so happy that I did because obviously I'm obsessed with how this turned out. But starting off on Monday, it was Labor Day, so I marked that with a lace circle that came with the kit, some florals, a bunch of the foiled deco. I loved all of the firefly deco that came with this kit. It was so cute. The script is from Papertrailplans. Like, seriously, like everything is from Papertrailplans. I had a lazy day at home on this day, so I layered an alcohol ink swatch with some florals, and the adorable little slippers are from Crafts by Towie. Okay, so on this day, I marked that we clipped our cat's claws. So we do not declaw our cats. I had a cat growing up who we declawed, and when we took him in to get declawed, the vet told us what that entails. We didn't know what it entailed, and then when we found that out, we all vowed in the family we're never going to declaw cats ever again because it's like they literally take off the first knuckle of the finger, like, and it made us feel so bad. So like that cat was the last cat that we ever declawed because we were just naive and we didn't know. But obviously cats' claws are very sharp. So once, I think about a month, me and my husband sit down and we clip our cat's claws. Ooh, say that 5 times fast. But it's a 2-person process. We have 2 cats, and our big boy cat does not like getting his claws clipped, even though he's gotten his claws clipped ever since he was a teeny itty bitty baby. He will only tolerate it when both me and my husband are doing it. So I had to mark that, and I used the adorable little clippers from White Deer Stationery. I layered a foiled box from Sadie Stickers over one of the boxes that came with the kit. I marked that I filmed a plan with me on this day. That icon is from Crafts by Towie, and then I marked that I did an Instagram reel, probably of the base of that spread. On jumping over to Tuesday, I marked that I slept in, and I marked that with the eyelashes icon from White Deer Stationery with some florals. I marked that I filmed another plan with me. Oh, look at me. I filmed 2 plan with me's 2 days in a row. I see, that was probably me trying to get caught up. So to mark that, okay, so I'm marking this out of order. I'm going to go back and mark that I filmed a plan with me, but that space up there with the alcohol ink swatch is going to be me marking, filming a plan with me. This box that I'm layering down right here, I'm going to use that to mark that I taught a Zoom class on this day. And I used a box from the journaling sheet, layered it with some florals, and then that foiled box is once again from Sadie Stickers. I pulled in a bunch of the deco that came with the kit, and I pulled in some dot clusters. Those are from Ink Paper Plan, and I am so sad her shop is closed. She had some of the best dot cluster accents. Oh my goodness, I haven't done a voiceover in so long. Bear with me. And her shop is now closed, and it makes me very, very sad, but I hope she's doing well. Okay, jumping over to Wednesday, the first thing that I am marking is that I got asked to be on JK Creates co-PR team, which was so excited. This year has been amazing for me because I was asked to be on a couple PR teams that were just like dream come trues. It's like so surreal. So this was a super big deal to me. So I had to mark that very special. I marked it with a swatch box, and then I layered it with a lace circle that came with the kit, pulled in some florals and some firefly deco, and then the stickers icon is from Crafts by Towie. Next I marked that I went to the gym, and I marked that with one of the swatches that came with the kit and some florals and a bunch of foiled deco. I loved pulling in these colorful fireflies. I just thought they were so cute, and they added so much fun, like pops of cuteness to the spread. The scalloped box is from Bloom Paper Studio, and the icon is from White Deer Stationery. I marked that I edited a plan with me on this day, and I marked that with some florals that came with the kit, and then the open planner is from Crafts by Towie. I pulled in a bunch of dot clusters and foiled fireflies. That's a mixture of the foil deco sheet that came with the kit, and then obviously the dot clusters are from Ink Paper Plan, which again is she's sadly so closed. Sadly so closed? She so sadly is closed. My goodness, do you hear how I'm stumbling over my words? Like, it's one of those things where I don't want to put pressure on myself to do plan with me's and voiceovers, but when I don't do them, you can tell how out of practice I am. Like, oh my goodness, I am so sorry that you're having to listen to me ramble. But anyways, I marked that I cooked dinner for me and my hubby, and I marked that with a swatch that came with the kit, and then that foiled box is from Sadie Stickers, layered it with some florals and some deco. The icon is from White Deer Stationery, and then to cap off the night, I just sat down and watched some TV with my hubby. We do that quite frequently. And then I noticed that there was some white space on the column for Tuesday, so I went back in and I filled it in with some deco and some alcohol ink swatches just to kind of fill in that space. And see, this is what I was talking about. Like, I went back and forth. I was like, okay, I could add a couple more things from that day, or would that like make it look too crowded? So I finally just decided, you know what, I'm just going to fill it in with some more deco, and I really like the look of it. I feel like it pulls that whole little cluster of deco and layering together really nicely, and it makes me really happy every single time I look at it. Okay, jumping over to Thursday, I marked that I slept in on this day, and I marked that with a swatch box, and the icon is from White Deer Stationery. I layered it with some florals. I marked that I did some laundry on this day, which I need to do laundry again. Y'all, my husband and I have been talking about like overhauling our house. Laundry is one of those it's the most ungratifying chore because it's never truly done. Like ever in your life is laundry ever going to be done? It's so frustrating. But I marked that I did some laundry on this day, and I marked that with some florals. I pulled in a dragonfly foil deco piece from one of the add-ons. I need to do this again too. I'm marking that I donated some clothes, and it's time for me to do that again. Again, like I said, my husband and I are planning on overhauling our house. We're going to donate so much stuff in the new year. It's like a new year refresh, all that stuff. Anyways, I marked that with a quarter box that came with the kit, some florals, and then the folded clothes icon is from White Deer Stationery. Next I marked that I went to the gym. I probably went to the gym with my best friend. Sometimes I write that she goes with me. Sometimes I just write going to the gym, but 99.9% of the time she goes with me. So to mark that, I pulled in some florals, and then the icon is from Crafts by Towie. And then I did pull in some foiled dragonfly. I tried to pull in as much foiled deco from the kit as possible because I had so many of the add-ons for this kit. I wanted to use as much as possible. I did have a ton of leftovers, and I'm planning on using that. Guys, I'm so far behind in my planner. I still need to do my September monthly. We're not going to talk about that. Anyways, then to cap off the night, I marked that I had a bath night, and I marked that with a swatch circle, layered it with some florals, a bunch of deco from the kit, and then the icon is from White Deer Stationery. Okay, so jumping over to Friday, I marked that I went over to my parents' house, and I marked that with a midi box that came with the kit, layered it with a foiled box from Sadie's Stickers, pulled in some florals from the kit, and then the house icon is from Crafts by Towie. Okay, so this was the day that I started doing like pre-filming and pre-recording my SFX makeup looks. So I've talked about this before, but part of the reason I get so far behind in my planner, especially in the fall time, is because I am a special effects makeup artist, or just a makeup artist in general, and I do a series on my Instagram and my TikTok, my makeup Instagram and my TikTok, called 13 Nights of Halloween. And in order to get those done and uploaded 13 nights in a row, like leading up to Halloween, I have to pre-film them. So I started pre-filming them in September. So the first thing I am marking here is that I set up lighting. My husband and I set up lighting. I turned my planner room into a set. My planner desk was completely blocked by my makeup table. I had a backdrop the whole 9 yards, which is why like the entire month of September, I didn't do any planning. And to mark that, I pulled in the little desk icon from White Deer Stationery and some foiled goodies from the kit. Then I am marking that I did my very first special effects makeup look on this night. I got that like all filmed and like pre-recorded, ready to go. So to mark that, I pulled in a laced oval, pulled in some florals, and then the icon is from Crafts by Towie. Then I marked that I filmed some TikToks for that makeup look, and I pulled in a swatch from the kit, some florals, and then the lace box is from Bloom Paper Studio, and then of course the icon is from White Deer Stationery. And then the last thing that I marked for Friday is that me and my husband had some leftovers for dinner. Don't know what those leftovers were. This was back in September. I have absolutely no idea. It could have been anything. But I marked that with some more florals from the kit, layered it with a bunch of foiled deco, and then I pulled in that adorable little pot icon it's a cooking pot icon from White Deer Stationery. I loved pulling in all of the adorable little fireflies icons and made it look like they were just like buzzing in from either side of the columns, and like, this spread makes me, like, the best way to describe it is like whimsical, in my opinion. I don't know if that works, but like that's the best word that I can come up with for this spread. Okay, on Saturday, I am marking that I slept in, and I pulled in another swatch box that came with the kit, layered it with some florals, and then the eyelashes icon is from White Deer Stationery. This was also one of my youngest nephew's birthday. He's not my youngest nephew. He's one of my littler nephews, and he was turning 2 on this day, which I cannot even believe he's already 2. Like, wait, is he 2 or is he 1? How old is he? He's still a baby, in my opinion. But I wanted to mark that all special, and so I pulled in another box from the journaling page, layered it with a foiled box from Sadie's Stickers, pulled in some florals, some dot accents from Papertrailplans. I pulled in some of the colorful fireflies just to fill in some of that space, and then the little cupcake icon is from White Deer Stationery. Then I marked that I went to the gym. Again, probably went with my best friend, or I don't know. Actually, I only put the treadmill, so maybe I just went by myself to get a run in on the treadmill. So to mark that, I pulled in some florals, layered it with some foiled goodies from Papertrailplans, and also I pulled in another firefly foil deco piece from the kit. And the treadmill icon is, of course, from White Deer Stationery. I pulled in a lot of White Deer Stationery for this spread. I don't know if I meant to. I just felt like White Deer Stationery icons match every spread that I try to lay down. Okay, so the last thing that I'm going to mark in this spread is that I did another makeup look, and that is going to be a consistent thing that you guys see in the next few spreads that I upload. I mark a lot of makeup looks. I had 13 I had to do, which means I had a bunch of different TikToks that I had to do. So I wrote that down a lot. It took up a lot of my time, and those were highlights to me. So to mark that, I marked that the same way as I marked it on Friday with a lace oval. some florals from the kit, and then the icon is the brushes icon from White Deer Stationery. And then to fill in the bottom of the column, I just pulled in some florals and some foiled goodies that came with the add-on just to fill in that space, because I didn't want to make it too cluttered with like adding in another highlight of the day. So I just filled it in with some deco. And okay, jumping over to Sunday, I marked that I cleaned the kitchen, and to mark that, I pulled in a midi box, layered it with a foiled midi box from Sadie Stickers. And this was, I had to get strategic because like I said, this was the first time that, or not the first time, but this was like the second time that I had layered my boxes this way. And I had to play around with like getting icons and boxes layered the way I wanted to without it like pushing into the layering that I did. And I think I did it justice. I think I like the way that it turned out. But the icon is from Crafts by Towie, and the foiled box is from Sadie Stickers. I marked that I had a How I Met Your Mother binge. It's one of my favorite things to watch. That and The Office are some of my favorite things to binge watch. And I actually just recently, I swore I never would, but I finally caved. I recently gotten into Friends, and I've started binge watching that. Like, I've seen all the seasons now, and I'm on like my third rewatch. Like, I swore I never would because I'm so committed to How I Met Your Mother and The Office, and I can watch those series like 10,000 times in a row, and darn it, I can do that with Friends now too. Like, as if I needed another show, like old classic, like 90s show to watch. Anyways, I marked that I watched an Insta Live with Cassie from Sweet Like Honey Plans. I believe this was her live with Mariah from Imperfect Plans. And they kind of kept me company while I cleaned the kitchen, so that was nice. I marked that with a swatch box and some florals, and then the adorable Instagram phone icon is from Crafts by Towie. I marked that I cooked dinner, and I marked that with some florals, some foiled goodies, and that utensils icon is from White Deer Stationery. And then to cap off the night, I marked that I did another makeup look, and instead of pulling in another icon, I pulled in that little lantern piece of deco and some florals, and I just think that that tied it in really perfectly because I have lanterns on the other side of the page, which is just, I don't know, I loved it so much. These are the leftovers that I had. As you can see, I had so much. I had an entire sheet, like several entire sheets full of foil deco that I still have at my disposal. So I cannot wait to pull those into some different spreads. But those are the leftovers along with a Viv Wiggle. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new here, hi, I'm Jen. I do planner things. I'm trying to get videos uploaded, but I'm also trying to give myself grace as well. I hope everybody's staying safe and staying well. I hope everyone had a great Christmas and is looking forward to the new year. And hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye.